A leaked email revealed a vote was to take place later this month to try and oust Kermode from his position as CEO. The Player Council and tournament representatives were due to make the decision, with Kermode needing 2 of the 3 members from each side to vote in his favor. When Nadal and Federer heard of the impending meeting, they voiced their frustration at not being asked their opinion on the matter. Nadal was especially annoyed that Djokovic, president of the Player Council, had not consulted him. The Spaniard insisted he would not be the one making the effort, but instead, it should be Djokovic who does the chasing. But the world number 1 disagreed, as he would like his fellow professionals to raise any issues with him. First of all, exactly to your point, I don't know why people keep on talking about me as being against Chris, Djokovic said. Who said that was the truth? One of my greatest concerns right now, of every council member, is that we have leaking information from someone within the council in the last couple months. Novak Djokovic has ranted about the situation surrounding Chris Kermode. Image, Getty. Rafael Nadal placed the onus on Novak Djokovic to seek advice from the top players. Image, Getty. Many of those things that have been leaked to certain media are also not 100% true. It's obvious that there is a certain kind of one-dimensional agenda in place. Players and certain medias are served with quite a one-sided story. We all have to understand the complexity and how sophisticated the body of ATP is. Our job as a council members is to liaise with as many possible players as we can. As I was mentioning before, the process of renewal of Chris' contract doesn't depend only on the players, it also determines on the tournament board representatives. It's going to be voted on the board by both tournaments and players. Novak Djokovic is annoyed the email was leaked. Image, Getty. From our side, we're going to do everything we can to speak to as many players as we possibly can during the Grand Slam, which is tough specifically for me and also the other players, but during the next couple months, we have time. Where is the rush? I don't understand why there is a certain kind of agenda or propaganda in the media against me or the council members. Why do we have to rush with everything? It's a very complex process. We have to consider many different details, many different things before we make any kind of call or express our opinions or vote finally whether we want Chris to stay or whether we want someone else to come in. It's not as simple as it has been presented in the media in the previous period. As I said, it's quite one-dimensional. If we can simplify that as it has been presented in media, it would be great, but it's not like that. It's far from that. Roger Federer said he was going to seek out a meeting with his fellow stars. Image, Getty. All the stats and all the requirements and all the numbers, everything that some of you guys have been talking about, posting about. ATP is 50% players, 50% tournaments. Those numbers cannot be observed one-dimensionally. You have to understand the whole process of how you got there, before Chris got there, before the president before him got there, who was participating in negotiations or talks with Grand Slams. Whatever it is that we're talking about, it's far more complex than people think about. I saw Stan's Wawrinka statement, as well. I respect him. We have a great friendly relationship. I respect his opinion, anybody else's opinion, Carlos Moya's as well, of course. But at the same time I encourage them and anybody else who has an interest to approach me, approach all the council members if they need more information, as we will do the same to them in the next period.